algebra system of linear equations. And like I said yesterday, linear equation is the variable x1 through xn, and with some coefficients like a1, a2, a3, an, and b is the real number right side of the equal sign. This is called the linear equation. Just pay closer attention that the power of all of these variables is 1, so it is called the linear. Otherwise, it was non-linear. But the power is 1, so it is called the linear equation, and this is exactly what we are going to cover in this course, through the course, from the beginning to the end. And the solution of a system is a list of S1, S2, and the others numbers, and make the equation true a statement. So if you substitute xi's with these values, it becomes true. So that's the solution. That's a solution actually, because it could have multiple solutions. So the set of all possible solutions is called the solution set. And if two linear systems have the same solution set, we refer to them as equivalent. So because they have the same solution set. So a system of linear equation can have no solution. First of all, it doesn't have any solution, exactly one solution, and multiple solution, or infinitely many solutions. So for the first one, when we have no solution, we call this equation or this linear system inconsistent. If it has one solution, either, or infinite many solutions, it is called consistent. So consistency and inconsistency. Very important concept. So let's go through one example. For instance, this is a set of 3 linear equations, x1 minus 2x2, x3, 0, and the other. So if you have the corresponding matrix, coefficient matrix, this is called the coefficient matrix corresponding to this linear equation. But something which is more important is to add one column at the right, which is the numbers that come at the right side of the equation. Just pay closer attention here. We have 0, 8, and minus 9. So here 0, 8, and minus 9. So these are the value of the right side of the equation. If we add this column, this is not, we refer to this as an augmented matrix, not the coefficient matrix. So this is the augmented matrix, and the size of the matrix is determined by the number of rows and number of columns. So if you have m by n matrix, it means that it has m rows and n columns. For instance, just pay closer attention to this example. Solve the given system of equations, which is given here, x1 minus 2x2 plus x3 equals 0, and the others. So if we have the corresponding augmented matrix, which is actually the coefficients plus the right side values, so we have this one. So this is called the augmented matrix. So just look, pay attention that it has 3 rows and 4 columns. 4 columns, 3 rows. So one strategy to solve this equation is called the elimination strategy. So if we, for instance, try to remove x1 from the last one, so the goal is to remove the x1 from the third row. So we multiply the first row by 4, 4x1 minus x2 4x3 0. So if we add these two, then x1 gets eliminated. So we can do the same thing for the other variables. If we eliminate all of them, we are left with this one. 1 minus 2, 1, 0. So the next one actually is to, so I mean, one thing that we can do here, this is an optional state, but since all of these numbers are even, we can divide all of them by 2. So this becomes 1 minus 4, 4. So this actually helps to follow the procedure easily. So after that, 1 minus 4, 4. This is the second one. So if you are going to remove the other equations, it is very easy. So for instance, if we multiply the second row by 3, this becomes 3 minus 12 and 12. Then if we add these two, the x2 also gets eliminated. So we are left with this one. 1 x3 and 2, 12 minus 9 becomes 3. So this means that x3 is 3. We found the value for the third variable. So we can do the same thing for the, we can follow the same strategy for the other variables. So then we are left with this one. x3 is 3, x2 is 16. And for the first variable also, we need to follow some other stages, some other steps actually. Then this becomes, we are left with this one, x1 29, x2 16, and x3 3. Because now this column corresponds to x1, the second corresponds to x2, the third corresponds to x3, and these are the values on the right side of the equal sign. So this becomes x1 equals to 29, x2 to 16, x3 to 13. So this is a strategy that we follow to eliminate all of the variables, actually irrelevant variables, because here we are just interested in x1, and here in x2, and here in x3. You can verify that to verify that the answers are all correct. If you substitute variables with the values that we just found, this becomes true, because this is 0, this is 8, and this is 9. So this is a solution set, 29, 16, and 3. So actually we follow these 3 operations. These are called row operations. Replacement means replace one row by the sum of itself and the multiple of another row. And the second one is interchange 2 rows. We can do that. Also scaling. We just did that. If you remember, I divided a row by 2. This was a scaling step. Multiply all of the entries in a row by a non-zero constant. It's very important that the constant needs to be non-zero. So if two matrices are called row equivalent, if by a sequence of row operations they become the same. So 2 important questions that we need to actually answer is this: is the system is consistent? This means that it has at least one solution, either one solution or infinite solutions. And the second question is if a solution exists. is it the only one, or it has, or actually that is, the solution is unique. If it has only one solution, that's called the unique solution. So this is another one of those situations that we refer to the linear equation as consistent. So look at this example number 3. And also, brothers, yesterday I sent you an email to download the book. So I can, I mean,
لا طريقة داخل ما
first of all, don't forget to download the
أجيب
book, Linear Algebra, and these are the examples from that book. So determine if the following system is consistent. So if we constitute the augmented matrix corresponding to this one, we have this augmented matrix, and then so this is very easy that we can, because if you pay closer attention here, we have this 0. But so if you multiply this row by any number, you cannot eliminate the x1. So first of all, we interchange the position of first row and the second row. So this becomes the first row and this becomes the second row. So we did that. This is the result of interchanging the first and second row. So we have this one, and this one. So we can easily, if you want to eliminate x1, you just need to multiply the first row by minus 5 divided by 2. 5 divided by 2. So if you multiply this one to the first row, the first variable x1 gets eliminated. Exactly. And we can follow the others for the others one. So x1 is eliminated, then x2 and x3. And this is the same strategy that we followed. But one thing important that we face here is this one. So now this is 0, x1, x2, 0, x3, 0. But here we have 5 by 2. So 0 never is equal to 5 by 2. So this is impossible. So when we come to this situation, we say that the system of linear equation is inconsistent, which means that it has no solution, 0 solution. It doesn't have even one solution. So this is an inconsistent situation, and the first one was a consistent situation. See, this never becomes true. And this is a situation that we call this linear equation as inconsistent because it has no solution. Okay, so brothers and sisters, this was the review of the previous slide that we had yesterday. Tomorrow we will continue with the next ones. But one thing that I need to emphasize is to download the book. So I provide the book here, http slash CEUTACIR. This is my homepage. nazarfan.la.pdf. So can you see this link? You can download the book from this link, all of you. And one thing that I ask you to do is to go through the exercises regarding to the first chapter 1.5. Because if you don't practice, you cannot do the exam. Remember. This is very important. So this was the questions with answers, but in the exercises we have multiple questions and you need to provide the answers. You need to solve them. If you do that, you can handle the exam also. So, brothers, any question? Do you see
Doctor,
the?
excuse me, Doctor. Can you hear me, Doctor?
Yes.
Doctor, we have issue to enter the class. We are more than 40 students can't enter the class.
Yes, I mean you are right. I already discussed this with the university, but this is the best thing that we can do right now.
Okay, Doctor, we
We need,
really need to solve this problem, please.
yeah, exactly. I mean, I already discussed with the person who is in charge with this. They are trying to resolve the problem. But we can follow the lectures like this for the first few sessions, and for the
Okay,
second
Doctor.
part,
Doctor, we have a Telegram group. If you possible enjoy to us.
I mean, the Telegram is banned here in Iran, so that's a
Why?
problem.
Why? We have the classes with Persian language. All your Persian language on Telegram, sent and receive
Okay,
exam
I
and
mean, I will think
exercise.
that because that's banned, so I will discuss with the university. But brothers, I need to ask all of you to download the book. First of all, the PDF.
We are get it, Doctor. Thank you
Okay,
very much.
and go to the exercises regarding to the first lecture 1.1. You need to solve
Ex-
some problems
Exercises for
to be professional
chapter number 1.
to solve. Yes. No, not. I mean 1.1. This is a
Okay,
subset.
exercise 1.1.
Yes, exactly.
This is 40 exercise, Doctor.
I
Solve
mean,
it all.
do your best to solve. I mean, any of them, because I mean, I'm not going to ask you to send me for yourself, because then
Okay,
you
Doctor.
need to
Thank you
have the
very much.
exam. So without doing this, you cannot handle the exam. So
Excuse me, doctor.
thank you so much. Okay, so
Doctor, if someone have another solution, so we'll get the same results, but another way to solve this equations. So is that okay for you?
I mean,
Are we?
I don't know exactly, but you need to turn in the right solution.
Yeah, our solution will be the same. So we'll get the same results, but another way to solve.
Okay, that's okay. But you need to
Okay.
follow. You need to learn this strategy, elimination. Because,
Elimination strategy.
yeah, because in the exam you will be asked to solve the questions using this method.
Thank you so much. Oh,
Okay,
thank you
thank
for
you
your
so much.
support. I appreciate that.
Doctor,
Okay, thank you so
Assalamu
much.
alaikum.
Alaikum salam.
Excuse me, doctor.
Tomorrow
Thank
I
you for,
will see you.
if you don't, 1 minute if you don't mind. Thank you for your
Yeah.
support. You are the best always. Thank you.
Okay, thank you
Doctor,
so much. Okay.
Doctor, if you don't mind, already the two students talking about some solution. One of them reject, and the other one you need to take idea about that. So if you don't mind, if they are only website or some person is who's in charging to be support to the problem or student, please help us, because there was a lot of person up to 50 students, he don't have or he cannot get that lecture. So please, we need your help. You say you are brother, so we need your support, your help.
Sure,
Thank you
I
so
will
much.
support that. Okay, have a good
Thank
time
you.
and
Have a good time for all person. Thank you so much.
Assalamu
See you.
alaikum.
Alaikum assalam.